YouTube. This is Jessica from STEM APKs. Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be testing Leptonica to make sure everything is working. Because in the last tutorial, we installed it, built it, and configured it. Now we're going to test it before we get going with Tesseract. Because Leptonica has to be working properly, and Tesseract will make use of it, but it has to be working properly. So the first thing we need to do is go back to my GitHub page, and I have here is the OpenCV installation kit that I've been using. And if you get lost, you can always come back here, and this is what we did in the last tutorial. That stuff we did it in the other tutorials. So right now we're gonna be testing. And then in the next tutorial, I'll show you how to install and configure Tesseract. But like I said, Leptonica has to be working properly, so we gotta make sure it's working and it's configured properly. So in order to do that, this is you should have this from the last. The only thing that you're missing is this one. We're gonna create that together right now. But before we do that, let me show you this file here. It's called the all headers file. This is one of the most important files in Leptonica, and without it, nothing will work. And it contains all of the header files for Leptonica, all of the functions, as you can see, they're all there. It's a huge program file, so I don't expect you to copy and paste it. You can copy and paste it, using raw and all that, but it's gonna take a while. So there's an easier way just to do it from the terminal. All you need to do, as you see, is here. So let's check for it to make sure that you know where I'm talking about. And if you go up, it is right there. So you need that guy. Okay. So let's go back where we were and let's clear this. And so the first thing you need to do is make a directory called testing. We're going to be testing Leptonica. So look, let's call it testing. Hit enter. And I already have it because it's right there. And then what we're going to do is going to move or copy, not move, because if you move it, you're not going to be able to use it for all the other files. So you need to copy it. So the way you copy it from this directory, some of you already might know how to do this if you're using Linux for a long time. For those people that don't know how to do it, so just do copy from this directory, from the source directory, and copy the all headers.h. That's all you need to do. This is where the source where you're copying it from, and now we gotta enter the destination. So we'll do this directory and put it into the testing that we just created. That directory right there. That's all you need to do. So just hit enter. And if you go into testing now, it should be right there. Okay. So there it is. So now we can test it. And I have this little file right here. It's called displayimage.c. And let's see what it looks like. Narrow displayimage.c. And it's this file right here. You don't have to stop the video and copy this, because you can always go back to my GitHub page and it's right there. So you can always go back later and copy and paste, so that way you don't have to stop the video. Unless you want to follow along with me, then you can. So this is the file that we're going to be using. And let's talk a little bit about it so you know what's going on. It's the standard IO libraries, it's including the standard library, it's including the all headers.h that we just copied. Regular main, nothing, it's just a regular C. It's creating your like a matrix file, like the MAT from OpenCV. It's kind of the same. It's saying that you're going to be telling it what the file is going to be. This is going to be the name of that. It's throwing an exception if it doesn't find it, and it's gonna. This is the file that you're gonna give it a name when you hit make, and I'll show you how to do that. And if you don't give it an argument, or if you don't give it a name or a file, it's gonna give you an error. This one is calling one of those functions, display function from the header files, and if you want to see it, I mean, it's a really long file, but it's calling one of these functions that I show you. And it's going, I don't know where it is, but it's here somewhere. It's using one of these functions. Depicts, what was it? I already forgot what it was. It's the pix display. Let's see. Pix display, if we find it here. Pix. As you can see, it's a huge file. So it's better to do it the other way. I can't find it, but take my word, it's there somewhere. Okay, so now let's make it. Control X. And what we need to do, let me show you what is in the make file. It's just the C++ flags, okay, telling it to find Leptonica package config, and the library flags. Same thing, the library and using package config. Nothing that you haven't seen before. So just Control X to get out, and now let's make it. So go make, give it the name that you want. In our case, let's call it YouTube. YouTube. So we know how to differentiate. Just hit enter. Actually, we gave it a name already in the make file, so we gotta give it the same name. Sorry. Display image. I was thinking of some other file. Make display image, and then hit enter, and there it goes. And now, there it is. It created your binaries right there. And now we can run it. And we go display image. Actually, what are we going to display? Let's find something to display. Let's find something in data. CD data. Testing data. And let's do Lena JPEG. Actually, let's do coffee beans. That's better. So let's go back to testing. And we'll do display image. And then let's do data. And then let's do coffee beans PNG, and there it goes. And it's going to create. It's taking a little bit longer, and there it is. It's giving you the original image. It's giving you the binary image, and it's doing kind of like a segmentation type with the background. It changed the background from white to dark, and you can clearly see the beans, the coffee beans on it. And if you get this image, you know your Leptonica is being configured properly, and now we can move on to how to configure, build, and install Tesseract. This is the end of this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please click the like box and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.